Your ex has no idea what they want. See, they got here because they had this negative idea of where the relationship was going. So when they push you away from them, they basically have this mindset, this dream that they come up with, that they would rather be alone, that they would rather be on their own without you. But what they're not thinking of is how often that they will think about you and revisiting the relationship later on down the road. They assume that they're going to continue feeling the way that they feel now. They think that the way that they're feeling now is going to carry on, which is not true. Because what happens is dating sucks. Friends are not as available as you thought they would be. You know, people are working a lot of people working 2 jobs. You know, a lot of people, like, life is hard. Bills are expensive. Things are hard, right? So like, people think that life is going to be this like party and fun and good shit when after a breakup, and it actually ends up being kind of lonely. Now, maybe things are cool for a bit, but again, lonely nights, lonely mornings, you know, lonely days when you have a day off or something like that happen. And this is when they start to, you know, look at social media and start looking at you, getting curious. Now, if you are on social media and you're working on yourself and you're glowing up, you're working on, you know, just improving. Especially people who do coaching with me, they take quantum leaps because of the work that we do, the chart there. And that gets them to a much higher state of mind, which I can't even quantify what looks like for you and how things will work out, because that frequency or whatever that you tap into, you know, just being here, for example, the stuff that you can start to do in your life. If, say, you always wanted to start a TikTok, you know, you could. So that's what I mean. Like, and that's just an example. Like, the people you attract are higher quality. Like, everything gets better the higher you climb that chart. It doesn't always show up how you think it's going to, but it will show up inevitably, and then you'll start to connect the dots. So that's why you have to do the work. Your ex is confused because things got pessimistic in their mind, and then as time goes on, it starts to fall. And then they start to ask themselves, why did I let that whole thing go as they get here? And they're like, maybe I'm not so attached to the idea of being single anymore. Maybe I want to be back together. This is what I see all the time in my WhatsApp coaching. I've coached thousands of people at this point. And I always see them come around, usually within 3 to 6 months or so. Now, sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's longer, but that's the general window. The first couple of months are usually them missing you. So, guys, if you need help, reach out to me and do coaching, book a call, whatever you want.